Okay, so we're going to have a look at the comprehension for Quintus consilium capit. So number one then, quinquaginta milites in line 2. What orders did Salvius give them? So 2 marks available for this one. Salvius ordered the soldiers to arrest Cogidubnus and the chieftains of the Regnenses and keep them in prison. Number 2, after Dumnorix escaped, why did he seek out Quintus? And which Latin word shows why he wasn't seen by the soldiers in lines 5 and 6? So, why didn't he seek out Quintus? Why did he seek out Quintus? Because he trusted Quintus. Okay, and in lines 5 and 6, it's told you why he wasn't seen by the soldiers in the word noctu, okay, because it was night time. So, number 3 then, what did Dumnorix want Quintus to do? Okay, Dumnorix wanted Quintus to help him, okay, so adiuva me, and adiuva Cogidubnum, help Cogidubnus, okay, so to help him and help Cogidubnus. Number 4, what was Dumnorix's opinion of the Romans in line 9? Okay, so line 10 is there, line 9 is up here, okay. So we're looking here, alright. Credo paucis Romanis. He trusted few Romans, or if you wanted to say he thought that Romans were treacherous as well, okay, that is also fine. Number 5, nemo quidem perfidior est quam iste Salvius in lines 9 to 10. Why did Dumnorix think this? Well, because Salvius had recently tried to kill Cogidubnus. Number 6 then, in lines 13 to 16, how did Dumnorix try to persuade Quintus? So you need to be looking at lines 10, 11, 12. So that's line 13 to 16. Okay, so we're looking at this section here. So Dumnorix started by flattering Quintus, said that he was courageous and remarked about his intelligence. He reminded Quintus of his friendship with the king or of the imprisonment of the king. He reminded Quintus that he saved the king previously. He could surely save him again. You need 3 sensible points, basically, in order to get those 3 marks. Number 7 for 2 marks. Why was Quintus willing to help Cogidubnus? What made him hesitate at first in lines 17 to 19? So Quintus was very fond of the king, but the task was very difficult. Number 8, why did Quintus suggest to Dumnorix that they should do? What did Quintus suggest to Dumnorix that they should do to help the king? Lines 20 to 22. Okay. So Quintus suggested that they ought to refer the matter secretly to Agricola. Okay, or to Gnaeus Julius Agricola, okay. Where was Agricola for number 9? Where was Agricola and what was he doing? So Agricola was fighting a war in the most distant parts of Britain, or the sort of the furthest parts of Britain. Number 10, why did Quintus think that Agricola could block Salvius's plans? Well, that was because he had supreme power, summum potestantem, in Britannia, in Britain. Number 11, in the preparations for travelling, what indicates that the journey was likely to be a long one in lines 27 to 29? So that's 25, 26, 27, 30, 29, 28, 27, so these lines here. So, what indicates that the journey was likely to be a long one then? Well, that is because the slave gave them food, cibum, quinque dierum. for 5 days. The slave provided food for 5 days. Right, 3 marks for this last question then. In line 13, Quintus is described as via summae virtutis magnaeque prudientae. To what extent do you think this is a good or bad description? Support your answer with 3 examples taken from the story. So, in favour of Quintus, well, you could say that he was prepared to help Cogidubnus, even though it was dangerous. You could say he didn't despair in the face of difficulty, or he came up with a clever plan, or he made intelligent preparations for the journey, anything like that. But you could argue against that, and you could say that he was unwise to help Cogidubnus when Salvius was so powerful. You could say he was naive to trust Dumnorix and Cogidubnus. You could say his plan was a bit reckless. You could say there's no guarantee that he'd be able to find Agricola, or even that Agricola would actually take his side. So you'd have 3 marks basically for any 3 sensible points, either for or against Quintus.